What if I told you that your favorite snacks aren't always your choice? Every time you grab popcorn during a movie, reach for cookies with your evening tea, or open the fridge while feeling stressed, your brain is following a pattern it created through repetition. These actions can become so automatic that you barely notice them happening. The surprising part is that your brain builds these food habits to save energy, not because you're always hungry. In this video, you'll discover the fascinating science behind how your brain creates food habits, why they become so difficult to break, and how you can train your brain to build healthier ones instead. Imagine waking up tomorrow and your brain forgetting every habit you've ever learned. Even making breakfast would suddenly feel confusing. To prevent that, your brain constantly builds shortcuts that turn repeated actions into automatic routines. That's why you can reach for chips during a movie or crave dessert after dinner without planning to. It isn't your stomach making the decision, it's a pattern your brain has repeated so many times that it now feels natural. The surprising truth is that your brain isn't trying to make you overeat. It's simply doing what it was designed to do: save energy by repeating what has worked before. Every repeated bite strengthens that invisible shortcut, making the habit feel more automatic with time. Now here's where things become even more surprising. Your brain doesn't create food habits by accident. It follows a hidden loop. First comes a trigger: your phone, your sofa, the smell of coffee, or a stressful moment. Instantly, your brain remembers the last time food made you feel good and begins expecting that same reward. The craving appears before you're even aware of it. Then you eat, your brain receives a burst of pleasure, and it quietly strengthens the connection. The next time that same trigger appears, the loop starts even faster. After enough repetition, a simple place, smell, or emotion can make you want food, even when your stomach is completely full. That's the invisible habit loop your brain runs every single day. Every time you repeat the same food habit, your brain makes it easier to repeat again. It's like walking through a field. The first path is hard to see, but the more you walk it, the clearer it becomes. Your brain works the same way. Each late-night snack, every dessert after dinner, or every stress-induced bite strengthens the same neural pathway. Soon, your brain stops asking, "Should I eat?" and starts saying, "This is what we always do." That's how a simple choice slowly becomes an automatic routine. Think your cravings come from hunger? Try this. Walk past a bakery and suddenly want a pastry, even after a full meal. That's your environment talking to your brain. Your brain is constantly scanning for familiar signals: a pizza smell, a colorful snack wrapper, the couch where you always eat, or even a friend opening a bag of chips. These tiny cues wake up old food memories in seconds. Before you consciously decide anything, your brain has already prepared you to eat. That's why changing your surroundings is often more powerful than relying on willpower alone. Sometimes the biggest influence on what you eat isn't your appetite. It's what your brain sees, smells, and expects. Have you ever promised yourself no more late-night snacks, only to find yourself in the kitchen a few hours later? That isn't just weak willpower. Your brain has repeated that routine so many times that it now expects it to happen. When you suddenly break the pattern, your brain treats it like something is missing and sends powerful cravings to pull you back. The good news is that these cravings aren't permanent. Every time you resist the old routine and choose a different action, the old neural pathway weakens while a new one slowly grows stronger. Real change doesn't happen in one decision. It happens every time you repeat a better one. What if breaking a food habit didn't start with saying no to food, but with teaching your brain a new pattern? Every time the old trigger appears, you have a chance to rewrite the script. At first, your brain will push back because it expects the familiar reward. But if you consistently choose a different response, something remarkable happens. The old pathway begins to fade while a stronger, healthier one takes its place. Your brain doesn't care whether a habit is good or bad. It simply strengthens whatever you repeat. That's the real secret. Your future eating habits aren't decided by today's cravings. They're decided by today's repetitions. Before you blame yourself for your next craving, remember this: your brain has been practicing that habit for weeks, months, or even years. That's why it feels automatic. But here's the truth that changes everything. Your brain never stops learning. Every time you repeat a healthier choice, you're quietly rewriting the code that controls your eating. One decision won't transform your life, but hundreds of repeated decisions will. So the next time your hand reaches for food, ask yourself, am I feeding my body or just following an old program? Because the habits you repeat today will decide the person you become tomorrow.